Hi, welcome back to Hawaii Turo. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you did. If you're wondering what is Turo, Turo is an app and a website where you can rent your car out to strangers and you can make some money. I know, it is super crazy, but this channel with my tips, my tricks, and my stats will help you maximize the amount of money you can make and go over all the rules and regulations that will help you so you don't have any issues, or at least understand the issues and not be overwhelmed by it. So if you're a new host, I would say hit that subscribe button and watch my videos, especially my Turo host one-on-one, which I'm gonna put right here. And also, if you're a new host or if you just want to get some help and get some one-on-one coaching, I would say look in the description below and get onto my Patreon. It's about $5 a month, and I will help you. We can deep dive on your channel. We can do all kinds of things. But yeah, let's get into this video. So you've seen from my title, the 5-year plan. The 5-year plan is in regards to auto loans. So I've been looking on my channel and I've been seeing, for the last 7 or 8 months that people really like to watch how to buy it. I understand why. Because the number one thing that you need to know when you're getting into this business is how can you buy a car for Turo? Is an auto loan, lease, or cash? So over my next 3 videos or the next 4 weeks, I'm gonna go over all of it. This video right here is going to be auto loan. So if you've never bought an auto loan in your life, auto loan, it's another game. It's a game that is rigged for dealerships and manufacturers. As you know, maybe you don't know, as soon as you drive a car off the lot, it loses about $10,000 to $15,000 instantly. And that is negative equity and depreciation. I put that together. Simple as that. That is what it is, right? So, okay, for the business, getting an auto loan, you got to understand the risks with getting an auto loan for the business. So getting a personal auto loan for yourself, you understand. You go to a dealership, they get you to test drive it. They want to make sure that you like this car, that you're ready to pay, right? That's how they get you. Get you to pay, signs all lines, drive the car for the lot, boom. And you just deal with that, and maybe you trade it in or something in a couple years, and they'll say, yeah, you can trade it in. Well, we'll take the negative equity, whatever. They said, well, we don't care how much you owe. They do care. What they're gonna do is that they're gonna put it on a new loan, and you just run that cycle over and over again. And it really doesn't help you out at all. It literally just puts you more in debt, and you just end up losing. So trying to do that for a commercial business, it kind of hurts. You gotta find out a better way to do this. Doing it that way, it will kill you. Simple as that. So like I said earlier, my title is called a 5-year plan. So a 5-year plan with auto loan is that if you get an auto loan, usually I would say getting a new car, you are probably gonna have to have the car 5 years. You ask yourself, Matt, why? Well, that's what it's gonna take, right? In Hawaii, my cars average about 20,000 miles a year. I don't know if yours is higher. Maybe you don't have enough data yet, but maybe eventually you're gonna find out after a year or two what it is. It's probably gonna be between 20 and 30, yeah, something like that, 20 and 30,000 miles. So 5 years is gonna be 100,000 miles, simple as that. And at that point, I believe the negative equity and depreciation is not going to be that much, simple as that. I think that it's gonna be so small, it's not even going to matter. That's how I believe, that's how I've been doing it. Right now, I am on year 4. Yeah, I'm entering year 4 right now on most of my loans that I got back in 2018. But yeah, I still got 2 more years, and then, I can just get rid of it or lose very little money. Or actually, I might be positive. Right now, the used car market is insane. But normally, I basically just get rid of it and lose nothing. And basically, boom, done with it. But yes, let's go over the advantages and the disadvantages of getting an auto loan. So number one thing with an auto loan advantage is that, it creates cash flow, right? You get a car with a low monthly, and you don't have to put a lot of money into it to get the car, to get your business going. You know, you get one, you get two. As long as the banks keep approving, you just keep on getting them. You just keep on getting them. You know, you just keep on getting them to a point that they stop, right? And that creates a lot of cash flow. You can get cars cash that way, or you can start up another business. You can do, or you can just keep the cash. You can use it for, and if you have to fix cars or things like that, that's what, you know, auto loans would create, right? That's another thing, you know, the low cost. And then another thing it creates is, you know, for you to stay, if you want to stay competitive with your market, is having a new car, right? People love new cars. It doesn't really matter what kind of car it is, as long as it's new. That new car smell, people love that, you know, people love it. So that's one thing that you can do, because obviously if you don't have the cash to buy all these cars, you know, to buy brand new cars straight cash, which most people don't. Who has $20,000, you know, multiple times just go into a dealership and just buy it, you know? No, I mean, most people don't have that. It's simple as that. They do not have that. But yeah, this is how you're going to do it. Like those three things, right? You know, you get the cash flow, you get the new cars, and it's relatively easy to get into the business with an auto loan. But as advantages, it comes disadvantages. And one of the disadvantages, the biggest one, is the negative equity and depreciation, right? If you get into this business and you think that you're going to sell a car, a brand new car, even a used car that you bought from dealership at full price in 1 or 2 years, probably not gonna work. If you do that, you're gonna lose so much money, and it's not going to be something that it just doesn't work like that. And also another thing is your DTI, your debit to income ratio. When you get up all these cars, your debit to income ratio is going to be high. And that means if you wanted to do something in the future, like buy a house, it's going to be hard for you to do that, because banks are probably going to stay away from you because you got too many things on your credit, which is where I'm at, right? Because I have like 12 car loans. So yeah, I'm not thinking about that right now, but that's something that you have to deal with. You have to get that stuff off of your credit report, you know, which probably it's going to take years and years. And also, right, it has the max expansion, right? So as I said earlier, is that the banks will give you more and more cars, but there's going to come a point where they're going to stop. So you're going to have to find other ways to get cars. And at the same time, if they do give you a loan, it's going to be a high rate. So like my 10th car, my 10th loan or something, my 2019 black Chevy Camaro, which I can put right here, you can, if you want to look at it. But the point of the reason why I'm bringing that up is that I got approved for that at USA for about $39,000, and the monthly was $809 a month. I know, it's insane. But I wanted that car. I special ordered it. I waited 2 months for that car, so I just had to have it, and I couldn't find another bank to approve me, so I accepted it, knowing that $809 for a car is crazy. But that's just something that you got to think about and come to your conclusion, you know, rationalize it, or walk away. You know, maybe I should have walked away, but the car is maybe money. Some months it was kind of slow because it is my most expensive car, but you know, that is just something that you have to make a decision. What else? Oh, I think that the second, or you could say the absolute biggest thing, is a gap. Do you know what a gap is? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But if you've never gotten into an accident where it was so severe that it was a total loss, you probably have never even heard of a gap. But a gap is, you know, if you're driving and, you know, you hit somebody and the car is totaled, or, you know, the point is the car is totaled, you know, the insurance company is going to pay what the car is worth. And then if you paid for the gap when you bought the car, the gap comes in and covers the rest. Simple as that. That works perfectly for, you know, personal cars. But commercially, it doesn't work like that, right? Commercially, you know, what Turo pays what the car is worth, but what if you owe like $5,000-$10,000 more? You're like, oh, you're gonna use your gap. Okay, you can use your gap, but you know, if they ask you all these questions, don't lie. Tell them the truth, because lying is fraud, and fraud is a felony, and you don't want to get into that. And maybe they will approve it, maybe they won't, right? Some do, some don't. you know, I don't know the percentages, but some do, some don't. Let's say they don't. Then you are stuck with that, you know, however way you're going to do it. I'm going to talk about that in videos probably a month from now or 2 months from now. But the point is, I'm saying that you'll be stuck with, you know, paying something that you don't even, the car is not even usable anymore. And if that's something that's not okay, then probably getting into the auto loan is probably not something that you want to get into, because, you know, there's definitely a risk. But yeah, I think that is, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for that. So I'm hoping if you've gotten this far that you understand what it means that when you try to go get an auto loan for your Turo business. And if you have, I'm curious in the comments, how many auto loans do you have, right? How many auto loans do you have, and how long do you plan on keeping them? That's what I want to know. I'm pretty sure other people want to know that too. So leave that in the comments below. And yeah, and I want to respond. I'm curious too. Please leave in the comments below, because I want to see how many loans people got. You know, you got 2, you got 3, you got 4, you got 5. But yeah, thank you for watching. So my next video, I'm either going to do, I'm going to talk about cash, or I'm going to talk about leases. So let me know also in the comments below, which one do you want to see first. But yeah, thank you for watching. Wait till the next video.